What's good, YouTube? Man, it's your boy Flash Speaks back real quick. All right, what we got, man? So Chicago Sky, just played the Washington Mystics. In a game there in Washington, basically, story of the game. Typical Chicago Sky come out there, uh, mismatched. It's pretty clear by now to everybody that's been following the team, who's been watching other teams. This is probably the best or the worst roster in the league, construction wise. I mean, they literally have certain lineups that if you put out there, you can't expect any stops. Like teams will literally go on 8-0 runs, 10-0 runs, 12-0 runs, and it seems like everybody kind of knows that except Tyler Marsh, the coach of Chicago. He loves to go in there with Rachel Banham, who I keep telling y'all should not be in the league. Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen. He likes that lineup with these three. And then he got really bold. He went with those three. Then he put the rookie. Um, uh, was that Maddie Westbelt in there along with them three, right? Along with Camila Cardoso. Which was like the worst thing I've ever seen. All right, so let me go with the story of this particular game. I really believe it was kind of like personal on the part of some of the Mystic game players. What do I mean by that? I think maybe a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, I believe Angel Reese during the post presser. I think it was after Camila Cardoso and them may have scored 27 or something like that during the game when they beat the Lynx. She made the statement that we have the best young core in the league, right? So I don't know if the Washington Mystics heard that and kind of took that personal one to kind of prove something. But there was a lot of energy here coming, and particularly from Kiki Iriafen as well as Sonia Citron. Like they really were trying to like make a statement. This is just the feeling I got. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know these people. I never talked to them, but just reading the body language and just the aggression, just pretty much that they have. Coupled with that, also being an Angel Reese is from the DMV and probably has family or brothers and stuff like that out there. They really that kind of piles on. Also, Shakira Austin. I don't know what it is, but it seems like she either doesn't like Angel Reese or is just very competitive against her. Kind of maybe she believes within herself. This girl gets a lot of notoriety and fame, but I feel like I'm better, so I want to prove it. Because anytime she has her in front of her, she's really trying to do extra moves. She's doing the little, too small shit. Like I've never really seen them act this way. You saw Area Finn doing it and everything, so there's something going on here, right? But besides that, okay, you got that going on. Um, to me the story of the game. You just got another team, and it seems like every night when I'm watching Chicago play, I'm watching teams just have multiple players that can kind of hurt you. That can score. They can do different things. That could play defense. And this was no exception. You got a situation where Kiki gives you 22 and about 10 rebounds. Much better game for her compared to last time, where I think Angel Reese kind of got the better of her. She wasn't terrible, but she was like definitely much better in this game. Um, Sonia Citron was ridiculous. Okay, talking about 28 points, 10 or 15 from the field. She had 5 or 6 from three. This is not normal. It was just like, I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if she knew Chicago could have taken her, and decided not to. And this is like some extra stuff here. It would have been better, probably a better dramatic game if we could have had Ariel Atkins here to kind of speak up for herself, because right now I'm sure there's a lot of people really upset with Jeff P for not taking Citron right now. 28 points, ridiculous game, solid defense, just everything you could do. She was almost perfect in this particular game, right? Whereas Ariel Atkins right now is hurt, resting a foot. Okay, so it really looks really bad right now. Um, we're hearing reports that this guy Jeff P might be on his way out. I think that should have been the situation. They go out there and it finally released Mo Jefferson, which is something that I think is almost I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks too late. I wish they would have did the same thing with Bantam. Listen, man, I don't care about these little things that Bantam are doing. Okay, Bantam is just okay. You know, the guard on a bad team scoring. It's a situation where somebody got to score those points. I know she did 19 tonight. Whoever would be in that position would get 19. Trust me, I've seen this many times. You're just a bad player that he's getting cooked constantly on defense. Backdoor cuts. I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing I've seen. I've never seen someone so just unable to stick anything. Um, like I said, she looks like a soccer, no, softball player. Okay, she's like a woman softball player, masquerading as a basketball player. She can make some threes. I don't care. I promise you, I can go out there and make some threes. I can do the same thing. All right. The amount of times I've seen her get cooked. Okay, whether it's Slim, who I don't expect her to be at a stake. You know, whether it's Sutton, um, whether she's unfortunately out there on Citron. She's getting cooked by Melbourne. It was just unbelievable. Okay. All right. So now, as far as Chicago has here, like the score board, the stat sheet doesn't look that bad. Was way worse than it looks. Okay. Those girls set out the show. Just to make it clear, they're the best young core. Okay. Um, and it looked that way tonight. It looked that way tonight. I mean, it really controlled the game. Now, Chicago starting five. It looks good because you got 22 from Angel, you got 21 from Camilla, you got 19 from Rachel, 10 from Allen, 7 from Nurse. Right? Doesn't look that bad, but the truth of the matter is, they were inefficient as hell. Angel Reese, her 22 points is really got to the free throw line. It really had a good whistle tonight. Good, not taking away from it. She's 10 of 11 from the free throws. At least she made her free throws. But she was 6 of 16 from the field. That's not good. It's not the worst, but it's not good. You want to at least be 8 of 16. You know what I mean? So you 50%. 22 points. Okay, cool. 13 rebounds, of course. That's a thing. Another double double. Um, Couple of blocks with only 3 turnovers. Not bad, compared to some of the turnovers she was committing this year. It's not bad. Camila Cardoso, that's 21 points, right? 8 of 16 from the field. Um, I'm surprised. When I was watching the game, I didn't feel like Camila was having a good game. Actually, oftentimes when I'm looking at Camila Cardoso, I'm wondering, does she give a shit? Yeah, I'm just being honest with you about what's going on. Team is losing. And they're in what you call fuck city, right? So I don't even get mad at Angel Reese. It's like when you're just fucked, right? You're in fuck city, right? You're trying whatever, right? That's how she ends up with 5 personal fouls. I'm desperate. I'm swiping at things. I'm trying to make steals. I'm trying to do all these extra things, right? I see that type of energy from her in that situation, and that's what I expect. Get fouls. She got a chance. She put herself in another couple of situations where she could get another tech, which she does not need. Yelling at officials, doing all of that, but I get that in a situation where you got a horrible team, horrible circumstance. Everybody you're facing is just more talented, right? So I get it. Like I understand. Camilla, should have more personal fouls as far as I'm concerned. Um, I don't know, but she did give you 21 out of 8 of 16. I guess you got to be okay with that. Um, I didn't feel like the defensive effort was there. A lot of times it was too much driving and easy layups. It should be really a lot harder for players to me. I don't know. But for me, the story of the game and the major problem was really Rachel Bantam and Kia Nurses letting people drive by them all day. I mean, the guard matchup here, especially with Sykes, is ugly. First time we played them, Sykes scores 32. Tonight, a little modest, little 20. No, little 18 from Sykes. But it was like I think 8 in that last quarter or the third quarter, something like that. It was a time she just ripped off, and it was like it just looked so easy. Was the problem I had with it? It just looked so damn easy, and it was just man. And then if I look at the bench, Michaela, 5 points on the bench. Not great, obviously, but I like when she's in there because it's like there's some sort of resistance to the defense, right? Oftentimes she's on Shakira Austin and stuff like that, which are really tough guards. Same thing with Sonya Citron. Sonya Citron was just taking her lunch, especially using those off of those give and go plays, and it was really bad at times. Okay, but I prefer her in there with the starters defensively. Even though Rebecca Allen's giving you some points here and there, I just I just don't care, man. I like scrappy players that make it ugly and muck it up. Over like in other words, if you're going to beat this Mystics team, you might as well put players. You're not going to really outscore them. You got to be honest with you. You don't have the players to outscore people. This team is fucked up. Okay, so what you got to do is right? The most you're going to score, your points are going to be in the 80s. Like 86 is about right. Chicago's going to score. You got to really keep the Mystics at around 83, right? So you can't allow Sonya Sid trying to just give you 28, like stuff like that, and all these open threes. Like that has to be the strategy, right? But this guy, he thinks you're going to outscore teams. You're not going to outscore teams, right? They got Sykes and Citron. You got Bantam, right? Don't you know you got Bantam? He acts like he don't know that he has Bantam, and Rebecca Allen and players like that that are sometimes going to be hot, sometimes they're going to suck. Matter of fact, most of the time they're going to suck, right? I don't think he gets that, right? Um, Looks like Rachel Banham had a good game. To me, she was horrible because I'm looking at just what she was giving up on defense. Um, I don't know, man. The bench, we didn't get much for anything. Maddie Westbrook got some minutes. She gave us nothing, like literally nothing. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. It was. I guess it was only 6 minutes. I don't know. Elizabeth E. Will didn't give us anything either. Um, just typical Chicago stuff. You know. I don't know. I don't know what you want, man. I don't know what you want. So same old story. Team is just horrible. What they got next going on? Who we got next? Who we got next? Let's see. All right, so that's Seattle. Okay. All right. So yeah, that'd be a loss as well, right? Yeah. So no, not Seattle. What am I doing here? What am I doing? All right. So all right. So our next game is August 1st against the Valkyries. Okay. Yeah, and then the Mercury, then the Mystics, then the Dream. Yeah. This is about to get way worse before it gets any better, y'all. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you. Yeah, I don't know if we beat any of these teams. Like with Aerial Actors, there's no chance. But I guess you're just getting experience for the young players, man. Angel and Camilla. That's really the only thing you can kind of look at, I guess. So, uh, yeah, man. Sorry, unfortunate. This is just another one of these, and uh, what you gonna do, bro? All right, so let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out.